Don't adjust your sets, people. It is KG again for the third time today. So once again, if you haven't seen the previous two videos, go and tune into those. But this is a brand new transfer talk video, and there's a few updates. I could have waited until the morning, but I wanted to go today. All right, I wanted to go today. Anything, if anything else happens later today, I won't be back. Okay, I won't be back. I promise. Gavin here saying, put this money towards a better player stack. Ravi here saying, or Ravi, I should say, hey KG, it might be a blessing in disguise. We can do better than Longstaff. Precisely, yeah. EdTube coming, YouTube member, thank you for that. Also, thank you to James Franklin for a super chat on the last video. Sorry, super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated for the support. But guys, we got to talk about a couple of things. Prices revealed, rejections, a horrific link to a winger that it just got no business being linked to, but you know, it seems to be the theme lately. But yeah, JJ, how many times I'm going to see today? Last time, I promise, man. Third time, and that will be it. I promise on that. Michael in the house as well. Yeah. So where shall we go first? Lewis, Leeds United, we are never interested in Longstaff and did not put a bid in. Tremendous. Expected it soon. Expecting it soon. It's all lies. It's all lies. Gavin here saying Tuna playing hardball with Burnley. Also, don't buckle to them. Move on. Yeah. Pellegrino in the house. Man, I haven't seen you in a while, man. You're the most sober. Well, I don't drink or smoke, you know, straight edge and all that. Level-headed LUFC YouTuber. Wait this one out. Mike saying, but he's prem proven. Yeah. I haven't seen the training video, Gavin. I know what you're talking about because people have been talking about the bleep test today, but yeah, I haven't seen the training video. What I will say from the pictures, there's a few players that need to be moved on. But yes, Bobby in the house. This is not the window I expected from us when getting promotion. Where's the big signage? Yeah, kind of went over that in the second video, but we can talk about that again in this one as well. But yeah, I echo those thoughts. It's not going the way that I thought it would. I thought Leeds United, 49ers, Red Bull would have this pull, but there is something holding us back. But yeah, Chris in the house, the only thing that can make me feel better from all this rubbish is seeing KG 3 times a day. That's tremendous, man. And thank you for that. And Hyru saying, thank you, Newcastle. Let's move on and find better. Well, let's get into it. I didn't know which article to use. I wanted to use all of them. I just love, I've never hit the like button so much in my life in terms of an article lately. Like I say, I got to the acceptance stage of Longstaff coming because by all intents and purposes, with all the reports, it seemed that he was heading this way. And when you get to the acceptance stage, you're not happy about it, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know, you can only control the controllables, as I always tell you people. But then I got this news. And I immediately got a lift. I did. I got a lift. Now, it's saying here the bid's been declined. It's been reported by Sky Sports and various publications in Newcastle, M. Hardy being one as well. This is where the report comes from. But the offer of 12 million that was seemingly accepted earlier has been turned down. And I'm just delighted. Honestly, just delighted. What's going on here? Something's going on with my thing here. Just hold on a second. What is happening here? You guys can hear me okay, yeah? Let me just, I hate when people do that via streams, but I just have to check because StreamYard's doing something funny with the signal. They're trying to stop me from talking. Russ saying here, put the money towards sealing a deal for a goalkeeper. Not Gio Reyna, Mike. You and your Americans, man. You got to chill. Not all Americans are good Americans, man. Gio Reyna, he didn't do nothing at Forest, you know? Yeah, okay, all good. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah. I usually hate when people do that via streams. I'm like, yes, we can hear you. But obviously, when you see a little signal in the corner, it does make you think, am I talking to myself here? But listen, people, latest in this, Longstaff is done at this moment in time. That's not to say we're not going to go back in. And this is from Baron Cross. Leeds are weighing up their options with their move for Newcastle's Sean Longstaff in doubt. The latest offer was at 10 million plus 2 million in add-ons, but Leeds are not optimistic the deal will progress. Well, listen, we've been very adamant with other bids that we've done in terms of going up to what we expect under the 49ers and they're not going over. Don't break tradition here. You know what? This is not the exception to the rule, please know. And 12 million for me with a player who is a sixth choice at Newcastle at this stage and has 1 year left on his deal and hasn't been good in a couple of years is more than fair. in my opinion. If Newcastle think they owed more, fair enough to them. That's their prerogative. Leeds United need to step away from this one now, though, because sinking any more money into this would be hard to stomach. 10 million is as much as I can think and go, okay, fine. Any more than that, yikes to me, man. Nick saying here, what's worse, bidding for 12 million for Longstaff or rejecting 12 million for Longstaff? Well, the report earlier in terms of Longstaff was that he was mulling over the decision. So in that case of it being him wondering if he should go or not, I don't know if it's a mix of that and maybe Newcastle just saying, no, we want to keep him for homegrown status in terms of the Champions League. Who knows? Maybe they do feel that they should be getting a bit more money than 12 million for him, but nah, we need to be moving on from this one, in my opinion, but it doesn't mean that it's completely done. But for now, the Longstaff chapter is closed, and I'm delighted. I'm not gonna hide it. I've been very transparent with every signing we've made so far, and I won't stop now. If we're linked to something good, I will big it up. But if it's something that I feel is mediocre to average to poor, I will also say so. Not everything that Leeds United gets linked to just glitters in gold for me. It doesn't work like that. Football doesn't work like that. So this one, I'm happy, is rejected. We can move on now. Now, Gavin, offer 13 million for Tonali. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. But who we do want, and this still hasn't been refuted by the 49ers via their mouthpieces at the YEP or Baron Cross, is Anton Stach. And Hoffenheim have set a price according to Build Out in Germany. Hoffenheim will demand over 20 million euros, which is around 17 million pounds, for Anton Stach if he's to leave the club this summer. Leeds United have recently been linked with the midfielder. So there's the price point. Now, I'd be much more comfortable if the 49ers plowed 17 million into Stach than going 15 million or close to Longstaff. And that's just basic for me. Yeah. But listen, we will see if there's any further progress on this. It still seems that we're monitoring or interested in, or, having a look over, exploring, discovering Anton Stach. We'll see if there's any movement on this in the next coming days. Yeah, 5 million extra for Stach is smart biz. Absolutely, man. MJ in the house, what's going on, Slim? I need a surprise transfer in this week to lift up the spirits. I hear you. Keith saying here, just pay and let's move on for a striker. Do it all. Look, you can do multiple deals at once. Like this has been a historical thing with Leeds, though, where we feel we can only do one thing at a time. There's clubs that literally get multiple things done with their recruitment team, and it all happens. But with us, it seems to be, right, we're doing a left back today, and that is it. If a striker becomes available, it doesn't matter. Left back only. You can do things with multiple arms of the recruitment team, and that's how it should be. Ali here saying, is push out off the table? Yeah, I give an update in the previous videos, but Marseille have agreed a 5-year contract with him. It's now up to Marseille and Feyenoord to agree a fee, which it's looking likely to happen. So it looks like we're going to be out of the running for push out if he was ever going to come to Leeds United, and we'll be getting into this as well. Jay Racer in the house. What's going on, Jay Racer? Evening, Cajun, or going to watch from the start, but glad Forshaw 2.0 got rejected. We can do a lot better than him. Go get Stach and Harmer instead. Exactly. Chris here. More people linked to us than they were with El Grande Americano's identity. Gracias. Thank you. Or whatever Ludwig Kaiser would say. Oops. Sorry. Jack saying here, I'm scared. Who is the guy below Longstaff on the list? That's a legitimate question. It is, isn't it? If Longstaff is there and was that important, who's below? What other bread and butter midfielders can you guys think of right now? Just like pure heat map merchants. It's probably one of them, probably someone like that. But yeah, there's the Anton Stach update. Now, I'm not going to touch on this one too much, although Africa Foot were the ones that were keeping everyone in the loop in regards to Sadiki and oh God, who's the other one that we was linked with? I've forgotten now, but Sadiki was the latest one. So Africa Foot, who had the news in terms of Sadiki, and we'll get into him in a bit as well, are saying that Leeds United are targeting Nice winger Jérémie Boga, the 28-year-old Ivorian winger. Diarra, yes, thank you guys. You know what happens, man. There's just so many names you forget. Diarra. They kept us up to date with Diarra. Guys, I want nothing to do with Jérémie Boga. 28 years old. He stinks. Not even going to try and sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to dress it up for you. He stinks. He is not a good footballer. And this is not the kind of player that we need to be going for. This is not competition for Dan James, let alone Ramazani or Nanto. No. Jérémie Boga, I hope that this one is bogus. All right. Let me say as well, injury history. We have to always take a look under the hood. Muscle injury. And when you go in with that, he was missed about 14 games for that. He had a knock that made him miss games, 2 games, a dead leg as well. And he missed 18 games in total in 24-25. There it is for our we can fix you thing. And his injury for that was thigh muscle and a significant quadriceps injury in late 2024. Guys, just no, I'm not going to mention this one again unless it comes up again that we've agreed terms or something. Until then, I'm going to leave it as the link as it is here. But Jérémie Boga, just know, man, keep that away. Keep that away. Now, Noah Sadiki, this isn't really, I mean, it's not important, but it's interesting. Noah Sadiki has spoken recently in regards to his decision to play for Sunderland. And he did reveal that he had spoken to Frankfurt, Sunderland, and Leeds. So all 3 clubs were in contact with Sadiki. But as soon as Sunderland's owners and the board there spoke to him, he was convinced by them straight away. So that's the only thing that I would get from this. It's not about him snubbing Leeds for Sunderland. That's going to happen. Players make choices. But the fact that he was wooed by the Sunderland project, I think it speaks volumes for the club that got promoted via the playoffs rather than Leeds. What was the pitch from Leeds? Was it showing him that parade video and he was thinking, what's this you're showing me here? What was the pitch from Leeds United? And it kind of goes to the language used in Joe Donohue's tweet that Leeds didn't make a second bid. Maybe they didn't make a second bid because he made it clear, as he said in this interview alone, that Sunderland was his only choice once they had approached him. So it's very interesting with Sadiki that Sunderland had the pull and the whatever it is they said in their sales pitch to allure him in there. He said he wanted to play in the Premier League to test himself against the best. We are also in the Premier League, so you could have done that here too. But Sunderland had the best pitch, which is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's have a look here. Mikey here saying it's embarrassing, KG, at the minute. Hey, Mikey, yeah, it is. It is embarrassing at this point in time. But like I said to somebody else in the comments earlier, and this is me hoping as well, full honesty, but all it takes is a few key signings, and this whole thing looks very different. If we plug in a top forward, top winger, a top 8 in there as well, to go with a Stach if Stach is to come, the picture looks drastically different. But at the moment, we can only deal with what we've got. A goalkeeper too, by the way. How can I forget? We can only deal with what we've got right now. And as I've said in multiple videos, only Biol is one that moves the needle for me in terms of a Premier League signing. I don't think we'd have any trouble getting some of these players chasing the promotion, and that's how it is at this point in time. So I do understand people's concerns, and I hear them all. I also understand people that say we got to wait, but as I say, when you're waiting for players and everything else like that, they're going Pashao, all these players, they're signing for other clubs, and then what are you left with? What's going to be available to you? What are you not going to have to panic buy towards the end of the window in order to fill slots? So yeah, it's one of those where we can't do anything but just wait. We that's all we can do at this point in time. Stach and Richard with the super chat. Thank you, Richard. Stach and Harmer all day. Keep Longstrider away. Hey, that rhymes, but yeah, thank you. Donna saying, just seeing this, my prayer's been answered. Yeah. Jason here saying 2 want to pull our pants down, walk away. Yeah. And Harlem Show saying, think we can do better. And that's all to do with Longstaff, right? I'm sure that's all to do with Longstaff. Gavin in the house saying, fair play to Sunderland. They have a clear vision of who and what they want and go all out to get the deal over the line. Good players at that. We're scraping the bow if we think Longstaff is an upgrade. I hear you. MJ, how do I become a member? The join button is on the YouTube homepage. Maybe it's not on the mobile, but it is on the on like the laptop screen. So maybe you have to go there. Or the link is in the description, Slim. Gavin, Harrison to Greenwood to Gelhart 1-0. Oh my lord. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Jason, who's been a member for a while. Yep. Clubs have moved the goalpost. We are trying to do it right. What does that mean, though, Jason? What are you trying to say here? What club is? Are you talking about for the Longstaff deal? Is that what you mean? Are you being specific about one deal in general or the market altogether? Because at the moment, what we're hearing from all the bids that we're making is that we seem to be like 3 to 4 million low each time, and we're having to build ourselves up to a happy medium with clubs like we did with Bial. And if you believe the report about Livakovic, him as well, we've reportedly bid 7. They're looking for between 10 and 12. It just seems that we keep going low. I understand the low, not low balling, but going as low possible. But at some point, you're going to have to negotiate up to where the club can accept something. And that's where I feel that's where we are with a few deals at this point in time. Yeah, Jed saying here, I'm not sad moving away from this one. Jason here saying Sunderland might have promised he would play. We couldn't guarantee that. That I don't think that is just it, Jason. Of course, the football is matters. I spoke about that earlier in terms of Sean Longstaff not being an automatic starter here, and even that Chronicle article acknowledging that with Tanaka and Ampadu here. But I don't know if it's just to do with the amount of football, because there's nothing to say that Sadiki wouldn't have been that 6, and then maybe Stach doesn't get linked. Maybe Stach doesn't come if you get in Sadiki. So it's one of those where did we only go in for Stach, or did that interest only get known after Sadiki went to Sunderland, after they also got Diarra too? So it's one of those things where they could have literally been going down the list, and now Stach is the next one. We just don't know at this point, do we? But they'll playing time is one of them, but there's various other things that go into it as well, including the coach. Oh, Mikey here carrying on his point. Okay, yeah, not just that, KG. Every time we go in for someone, the narrative from the club is that they are not optimistic. What is that all about? Yeah, I think, yeah, when they're using Barron and Joe Donahue and Graham about, we're not hopeful of a certain player, it's just to temper fans' expectations, or just to make it clear that, because what happens is the reports are coming from the selling club side, which is what I always say. You're not going to get anything from this side. It's always going to be from the selling side. So when it eventually gets out that Leeds have even registered an interest, they probably just want to say to people, look, we're going to try, but don't get your hopes up. So that's what it is. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. We should be a little bit more, have a bit more chest, with Leeds United, big Leeds United, 49ers, Red Bull, everything, the whole 9 yards. And it just seems like please, can we sign you? It just seems to be very meek, doesn't it, at this point in time? Lewis, can we be the selling side real soon, please? I wish. I honestly, I wish, man. Yeah, it just feel. I don't know. Listen, they're gonna go, hopefully, right? Harrison, Bamford, all these guys, Melier, they won't be here, right? Surely. But you just don't know with this football club, man. If it was any other football club without the kind of fan base that this one has, I'd probably say they'd be gone. But this fan base is so emotional, man. And that Farker is so right when he says it. He doesn't say a single lie with that. It just gets so attached. You've seen it this week. I haven't even commented on it. You guys have. But when people are seeing Bamford with his arms out and going, "Oh, Bamford's back," it's like, are you for real? Like, do you guys not learn anything? Like, Bamford will literally leave this summer and not have one single goal from last season to show. But it doesn't matter because it's Bamford. Meanwhile, Joseph get killed for his first senior year. Oh, he's not good enough. Get him out of here. But Bamford can show off a glistening arm, and everyone's wetting themselves. The things like that, the Stockholm syndrome in this fan base is insane at times. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Dave here saying few in now at good prices, all solid squad additions. Wouldn't mind a big one next to settle everyone's nerves regarding this window. We need more than one, Dave. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Jack Harrison has to go. Yeah, I think that report about Everton, I think that's definitely got legs to it. I know it says that they're trying to get him for free, but I think it's going to end up being a loan again. I think they're going to take him on loan and just cover his wages again. It just won't work, man. Come on, it won't work. VR saying it's been a while since you gave us the Farker impression, KG. Yeah, man. One day, man. One day. Maybe when he starts doing press conferences again. Maybe I'll do it again here. Bamford has picked up wages for absolutely nothing in the last 4 years. Yeah, but the majority of the fan base don't care. They love him. He can't do any wrong when it comes to this fan base. He literally had a couple of sub appearances towards the end of last season. People were acting like he was the next coming of Messi. Oh my God, did you see the tackle Bamford put in? He gets kudos for any little thing he does, and it's just it's a poison. Honestly, it's a poison in the fan base. I've never known. I thought the thing was bad with Ayling, Cooper, Click, and all those guys. They've got nothing on what Bamford has got here. He's like royalty here, and I just don't understand it. But yeah. So yeah, is there anything else? Because you guys are making this stream a little bit down now, and then you speak about Bamford, man. I avoid those videos for a reason. Oh man. Jason keeps going on about this guaranteed first team football. Jason, if you think that footballers all sign for a club just because they're going to get guaranteed first team football, I'm afraid you don't know players very well. If you want to use Sunderland as a good example, we can use them as a perfect example. They've literally signed 2 wingers in the same spot over the last couple of days, and in the midfield area, they've added 3 to the 2 already established ones already there. Do you think they're all going to get on the pitch at the same time? No, they're not. They're even looking for another goalkeeper to go along with Patterson. Do you think Patterson's probably happy with that? No, but it's about competition within the squad. This whole thing, what Jason keeps talking about, has been born from the Bielsa thing of having a really small squad and expecting players to just fill in wherever possible and not having 2 per position. That's been the mantra from the Bielsa days, and it seems to be stuck and ingrained in the fan base. Players will sign as long as they feel they can contribute and be an asset to a club at times. Some will want guaranteed first team football, absolutely. But some of the players we've been linked with, Jason and everyone else, absolutely not. They shouldn't be guaranteed anything like first team football for some of the names we've been linked with. So yeah, there's just different variables when it comes to signing players. They don't just move on the basis of being promised a first team spot. No one can be promised that, because what if they go out of form? What if they get injured, someone that comes in overperforms? You know, you can't guarantee certain players that unless you're like Ronaldo or Messi, which we are not signing. What are we saying here? Gavin here is saying here, to prove a point, Everton confirmed striker Tierno Barry has joined from Villarreal for 27.5 million. French under 21 international signed 4-year contract and they had to pay that to get their target. Are you talking in the chat? I don't know if that's got anything to do with what I'm saying, but yeah. So yeah, I think that is it, people. I think that is it. What I'm sensing, no, just from the comments, is just a lot of impatience, frustration, and I do understand it from people because I'm almost there myself. You know, every time I see like a good player going away, even like in the Dingra going to Sunderland, I'm thinking, how are we not getting involved in any of these talks? I think Mikoatse and all those Leon guys are probably going to stay where they are now that they're not getting relegated, which is a shame. But I would have liked to have been in for him. But we never reportedly in for Mikoatse, which is crazy for me. 49ers don't go to bed yet. But yeah, listen, people, I think I've done well today, man. I've given you 3 videos. So if you haven't seen the other 2, please go back and watch them. And yeah, we shall see. As I like to say, we shall see what happens. Oh God, don't joke on that one, Ryan. Don't joke on that one. But yeah, listen, people, thank you for joining me this evening, man, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully back tomorrow with some good news, and you know, we can get on with, you know, improving this team up to Premier League standard and hopefully have a shot of finishing above that dreaded dotted line. But until then, people, like the stream before you go, and peace out. See you in the next one.